Welcome everybody to a new episode in Velox Studio. This is a new podcast. I'm the host and this is my guest. He is our CTO and today we will be talking about building products and technology and those stuff. So please can you introduce yourself?
Yeah. Hello everyone. I'm Sabbir, one of the founder and CTO of Velox Studio, and that's my introduction.
That's really short.
Yeah. Short is good.
Okay, Sabbir, before talking about Harmony and the work you are doing, let's first start with you. Can you please introduce yourself and your role in Velox Studio? What do you do?
Didn't we just already say about myself?
People don't know what CTO means.
So the
Please
CTO,
explain it more.
the full stand for CTO is like Chief Technology Officer, and currently I'm working as that position in Velox Studio. So every the technological decision and how to use technology in some various sector, that one I do.
Do you choose the product too?
I really don't choose the product. It's like in our discussion kind of thing. If there is an idea, we present the idea, then everyone think about it. Okay, if it's gonna be successful or not, then we choose the product like this.
Okay, so you do the decision part and the coding part, something like that.
Mostly, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So how did you first get into technology and software development?
So this is really a tricky question. It's hard to remember when was the first time, but as long as I remember, I used to play a lot of games. So every time.
So when was the first time you thought I need to code this and do my own games?
When we first started online gaming, it was like the Clash of Clans. That was the game I started. And when I was playing those games, I find out why I can't do this one instead of that one. And that time, it clicked on my brain. Okay, maybe we can try something, because if someone is making a game, maybe we can also make a game. So from that time, I was thinking, okay, let's
Your brain has switched to development mode.
Yeah.
Okay. So looking back, what were one of the most challenges that you faced in tech?
So as you know that I came to China to do my bachelor. So before that, I was in Bangladesh. So if you say what was the most troublest thing to get into tech, that will be the environment we grow up. Because in our country, it's not like a developed country. So the things about technology and coding stuff, it's not widespread. So if you want to do something, you have to do a lot of digging. There is no people around you who will show you the way to do this or help you find some resources to learn those things.
It's like you will be the first one to discover by yourself. So do you think here is the best environment for this?
I hope so. If a lot of Chinese people know English, we can communicate through it. Because without that, it's hard to communicate with them, although they are very advanced technologically.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So, Sabbir, what do you personally enjoy about building products? Like nowadays?
Personally, maybe I like the problem solving thing. Like when there is a real life problem, you can think about how can you solve it with a logic. That's the thrillest part and give you the dopamine hit.
But there is many jobs or there is many fields that works like this. Why you choose this one specifically?
Because when I see people they are creating something and solving something, so we are the one who became consumer. And then when you find a problem and you have to rely on them to see the problem and then solve it, why not you become a problem solver and solve it for other people, or for at least for yourself?
Okay, makes sense. Okay, now let's talk about one of the products that you've already worked on, which is Harmony. On the surface, it looks really simple, but usually simple things solves really deep problems. So where the idea really came from?
So the problem we were actually facing was in the dorm. As you know that in the dorm you usually live 8 people in one apartment, 4 people in each room. So what we see there is there's a weekly cleaning day. The IU will come and check on you if everything is fine or not. So the 2 room divide those works. Like one week they will do this one and they will do another one, and another week it rotate like a loop. But the problem was that in each room there is still 4 people, and 4 people together come 8 people come together do all the things. So they need to divide from 2 people here and 2 people there. So those 4 people will actually be working, and the next week the other 4 people will work. So what was the problem is maybe sometime someone is doing this one, but the next week it will not be his time. The next week will be his time, and he will forget that what he did, or maybe I will forget what I did. So there is no like harmony, no balance, like who did what at that time. So I was thinking, why not like we solve it through our app? We create an app where everything will be assigned properly, and there will be history of who did what. So it's like that. You will be accountable for that.
So that was a really odd idea. Do you think harmony is about chores or actually about fairness?
So the main motive of the harmony is fairness because we also host a fairness engine in this, and we do the calculation based on who is doing what work and what is the difficulty level of that work, so that like you don't feel like doing some chores that we are assigning you too much work. For example, maybe you are doing the laundry and I'm throwing the rubbish outside. So there is not a balance in here.
Yeah, it's not equal.
Yeah, so we try to balance this one through a fairness engine and show people that every work is not balanced, though we can balance it in some other ways.
Okay. So what surprised you the most once people started reacting to the app?
So mostly people, when they hear the name of harmony, the first thing they have in their mind is like this is some kind of music, because you know it
Music?
represent the harmony. You know how to say, you know the violin or some piano. There will be a harmony in there. So when people hear about the harmony, they at the first they think, okay, maybe this is a music kind of things. But when they actually get to know what this app is about, then they understand, okay, so this is a different thing.
I never expected this, to be honest. It feels like harmony, something like this, connection or something like.
Yeah, and in the music you have that connection, because if your rhythms, the beats are not in a harmonious place, so you will not hear a good sound.
Yeah, it's about the harmony of the notes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So, if harmony succeed the way you imagined, what kind of impact you want it to have on people's daily lives?
So if
That's a deep
harmony
question.
succeeded,
Yeah.
maybe it will reduce the mental pressure of the daily life of people, and I hope there will be no like home fight, no cat fight, no dog fight, no nothing.
God. Oh, but the cats and dogs, what they will be fighting over?
You
Chores?
know, I'm not referring to animals. I'm referring to brothers and sisters. You know, because in every house there will be brothers and sisters. They will fight over in simple things. I hope that will not happen. And also the parents will have a harmony life. That's the main goal, and they must have a fairness in their home.
But if in a house the people are really satisfied with what they have, even if there is no fairness, like imagine a Chinese household, as you know here, most of the chores and those stuff the dad take care of. So I don't think he feels it's not fair.
So if we talk about China, then we have to talk about their tradition, because China have a long tradition and long history. And long ago, maybe Chinese people started to think like in a different way what we think like now. So maybe it will be hard to ask them to use the app and use the same logic we are thinking about in our mind. But the new generation, they think in 50-50. Maybe they will apply this one, or they will take this one.
I hope it won't happen.
Yeah.
Okay. Sabbir, I'd like to finish with some broader questions, few ones about your perspective on technology and building things. So, Sabbir, in the startup world, there is always risk. So, how do you personally approach those risks?
So there is a proverb like risk है तो इश्क है. It's something like if there is love, then there is risk, or maybe if there is a risk, then there is love. So you have to think of it like this.
So, this is a Bangladeshi
No, it's
culture?
maybe Urdu Hindi proverb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, explain
That's
it more, please, more deeply.
More deeply.
Now you are like connecting the startup to love.
Yeah.
Do you
Definitely.
love startups or what?
It's not like
Kind of
I
connection.
love startup. It's like I love what I do. So if that can bring something good in the world, then why not take the risk?
Okay, that's a good one. So, Sabir, technology is evolving very quickly. So, what trends you think will shape the future?
So in today's era, the technology is really going very fast, and maybe a year ago or two, we were like still coding those things we wanted to make. But nowadays, the AI became like so much cheap and so intelligent that you can just instruct it and do some works and whatever you want, even like the complex one, if you have the knowledge in you. So in the future, maybe the company will not ask some people who can code or hire them. The company will take the people who can design the system, who can actually know how things work.
The automation.
Yeah. And maybe when like in past, maybe 30 people of team required to make a create or a complex project, but nowadays maybe only 5 professional can make it through some different agents setting up. And there is a problem with the AI, which is like it has the context and which is very small. And for now, we are using different methods to solve this problem. And the main problem is like the AI actually doesn't know how to solve a problem. It just have the like pre-context from the training model, you can say. So we train him how to solve a problem. Now in future, when he start by a problem similar kind of like this, he just try to solve the problem with this method. So as an engineer, what we can do now is check if the problem is really workable or if the AI is choosing the right method to solve the problem. So we need some people who can solve the problem in complex things, not like making a calculator or making a simple website, those things. And another thing which is emerging very fast with the AI, which is like security. Because when the AI is become cheap and everything is cheap, easier, everyone wants to make things, but everyone doesn't know how to secure an app or secure a tool. So the app become like a vulnerable, and anyone like have decent amount of hacking skill, they can hack into your app and steal your core data from there. So we need a lot of professionals who enjoy the security things and those things.
We already faced this problem in Velox.
Yeah, one of my account was hacked, and from there it spread in everything. So we
already
actually
got it back.
yeah. There is a reason why we got back it, because we use a lot of technologies in there. So anyway, we got back those things. And another thing people can choose, which is like how to train a model, because in future you will just use the models, you will not use any other thing. So you must know how to train those models, how those models actually work, and how you can use them for your own benefits to automate things or any other things.
Okay, thank you. So, for people who want to enter the tech industry, as you know, a lot of people are now interested by this field, what they should focus on.
So nowadays, if you statistically see the results, like a lot of people are actually don't interested in this position anymore, because there is a fear of AI will take your job, which is
It's not just about the tech and technology, it's about the whole fields. It's the
Yeah.
same.
It's same, but the technology and software development, software engineer, this was one specific job or one specific sector where people like in the past, people can just come in with a degree and the company will train them how to use those software, and they can just have a like good amount of money. So with that thing in mind, people were like, okay, I just need a degree, I will go there and I will have the job, those things. But nowadays, so if when the AI became like so cheap and so intelligent, the companies actually don't need the people who have the degrees. The company need the people who can actually use the AI, who know the AI, and who know how to solve complex problem and some use system design. For example, how do you design a system for the YouTube app, because it's a complex app and a lot of things going under that, or how you will design a system which is using, let's say, a music player. So if there is a lot of things, you should know how those things work instead of how to write code, because writing code part, that part is old, and that went in, you can see the grave, that went to the grave. You don't need to think about that anymore. You just need to think about how these things are working in today's world.
Okay, thank you. I need that advice. And finally, this is the last question. What excites you the most about what you are building and the future of it?
Okay. When we are like not very young, maybe 14 or 15 age, at that time we see a lot of like American movies, like science fiction movies. In those movies, you have like those technologies. You dream
Yeah.
like how can we have that technology which our country is like much backdated. So in those countries we don't usually see those unless in the movies. But in China, after coming China, we saw a lot of different technologies, new technologies. Maybe that will take like about 5 or 10 years to go to our country. But at least now we are familiar with those technologies and how those are working and how it's like really developing very fast. So this is something excites me more. Um, the thing is like you find a solution or maybe you face a problem. You can just solve it directly. You don't have to rely on anyone. You don't need a huge budget to solve that problem. So that's the best thing. And when I personally work on something, I feel like this is kind of somewhere of a tree. The fruits I want to eat, so I have to grow it by myself. I don't need to just go to the supermarket and buy it from them.
Okay, thank you for that answer. That's all. Saber, thank you today for sharing your experience and insights with us. Thank you everyone for listening to us and stay tuned for next episodes. If you are interested in technology, startups, mindset, and those stuff, follow us for more. Goodbye!